ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Imperator Rome Invictus Saba, in which the nation is now known as Yamnat. Yamnat. If you turn your head, tilt your head towards the right, then you can see the text of the name, that this nation is now called Yamnat. Yes, we didn't expand very much, except, that we really expanded on the inside regarding economy and such. We were able to complete the mission of the return of the Sabian kingdom, in which we've done a lot to, increase the production of this, and that. So that's enough, moving the population around and such. Well, meanwhile, we're just continuing to build that road that links all the way up to Bab-el-Mandeb. And knowing that we've recently just did what we set out to achieve, so this is no longer necessary. So, I recall that sometimes we get a few barbarian problems, which is going to keep on happening for the rest of its entire existence. Let's just get rid of this and just start encouraging trade. And that goes the same for you up there. Encourage trade, because that adds the local monthly food modifier, which is something that's slowly becoming an issue. But once they build that farming settlement, that'll make their lives easier. Like, keep in mind, this is only during the winter months. And some of those food shortages may come from, other reasons, too. Like, this needs a farming settlement here. That adds the local food modifier, which should go to this. That's something I'm willing to spend my money on. And speaking of spending money on, there's going to be a lot of that. Originally, I was going to do the Arabian Dreams thing, but since we like Punt so much, we should do this generic little mission first, called Stabilize and Grow Punt. Punt is a governorship under our control, but is also far from the culture and traditions of our capital. We should develop this region and encourage migration of loyal citizens to our own culture into the region to create a core of loyal subjects here. So, this mission will deal with the development of the region of Punt, to include create a core of loyal subjects in Abyssinia, and increase the food supply and develop maritime trade, which I no doubt we've already done some of that, such as this. Zingus is one of the more fertile provinces of Punt, and with the right support, its farms could feed the entire region. So fruits of the land here. So you can either spend 600 gold, or spend a lot of the province food. I have to... What's the food situation looking like? Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much, since we just did one here. That's going to help you out. So breaded circuses. Particularly rich harvests have created a food surplus larger than what our local food storage can handle. This is a golden opportunity to do something for the people of Yamnat and redistribute the produce among those that need it most. So spend 600 food in that province, and there'll be national freedom and happiness for the next 5 years throughout the entire nation. So this disables the granary in front. This needs a library and a commercial district. You can do that. All port territories must have cities, 2 of which to be fortified. Okay, so that means you have to spend on a city and 2 more fortresses. Gotta have 2 markets in each port. Which means, crud, more provincial investments coming up. Which we do have plenty of those, so that could be no problem. Let's get going. To build a city, you need 200 gold. Still proving my legitimacy to get it all the way up in the meantime. And concurrently, we're trying to move the population to Saraka. Needs to get up to 30, so we can have the Murph of Saraka. Give it time, and then I'll start moving some slaves around. And speaking of slaves, thank you for reminding me. I'll thank myself for reminding me. Moria is in collapse. Greco-Indians have appeared. Yeah. And meanwhile, Satavahanas have risen. Others, Nostra. Yeah, there's some provincial rebellions here. But nevertheless, we'll take advantage of their chaos. Actually, raid there first, just along the coast. Even though it's all going to go to the capital. This way. To work on building a city right about now. That's for starters. You're not fortified, so we'll build you a fortress in the future. Anybody got more Cinnabar? I wish we had them. Dates. Get me dates. Heated debates in the Cordon are uncommon, especially where so many prominent members of society are involved. Lately, a wave of xenophobia has swept across Yamnat, resulting in foreign values being regarded with great distrust. All attendants at today's debate agreed that, that is the money, crossed the line today when he accused Malik Khalib of indulging in barbaric punic practices. Well, we are improving relations with the Carthaginians. That's probably what you mean by it, right? Turn here to cheek, so be wise, increasing my finesse, which is always good. And if you don't like it, take it to the judge. Or just die out, yeah. You could do that too. Alright, slave raids. Greco-Indians, Mugdi, the Sinhi will come to here. Got him. Move down here. where's the head? How's your health? He's good. Give him that. Stage survey good, but he's a polymath, so there's a chance for possible, you know, innovation when breakthrough's been made. But again, we have the ability to have cohorts now whenever we pass the law. Quite honestly, if you're going to be building armies, I think for the planning mode, you should go for things that relates to, you know, supply. Because, you know, that's becoming a bit of an issue. And reducing forward maintenance is always good. You gotta have forced march. This sounds good. Adding more hostile churches than the enemies come across. And I guess just those two. And of course, subsequently, we gotta, you know, eventually started focusing on the Navy. Like these. Needs one of, okay. Okay, needs hard packs, and then needs one of. Well, in this case. Needs one of. Navy maintenance cost is always good. Yeah, got it all figured out for future. In military development, especially whenever we get our own legions, we're gonna need, you know, supply. Got him. Bring him home. Now head to Minagara. Back. You don't want to have too much aggressive expansion in your hands. But we certainly brought a bunch of people over here. Enough to feed the populace. Cover the cost yourself. Give me another academy. So that way, all the slaves are just brought over here. I'm sure there will come a day where it's cultural assimilation and religious conversions. Yeah. Especially those that are not of integrated culture. Needs library and a commercial district. Got it. There's room for that. He was the family head. Good. Lately, Malik has come into conflict with Sulai, Sumhu Ale. At every time of decision, their opinions persisted clashing. If one of them says south, the other will promptly say north. If one wants to trade with the neighbor, the other will argue for war. This constant bickering is ruining whatever authority he used to have. And the Abbas spear in mind goes at a breaking point. Now with this nonsense. You are not the Malik. Arrow waving hand. Library and commercial district. Okay. That's going up. Excellent. We should pass that now. Royal Army. But please wait because the road is not finished yet. Still got a few more places to go. Okay. Whenever you're done with that road, I'm going to disband you. And as well as raising the money to, because that's another thing about disbanding this levy. So it can increase the local manpower. Probably for the next 5 years, more population growth. Check the policies of each and every one of them. In case you didn't leave on with the migration thing. No. Except for this one. Good. And that too. I forgot what I was ill for. Oh yeah, dysentery. I never treated myself with that. Right. Two months. Keep working, man. Stability's high enough and I will eventually disband you. Let the manpower go up all the way, and then we'll work on building our first legion. Even though Punt has way more than Arabia and Phoenix. How long will this take? Till November, you'll be in Baruka. Send them. That one used to be part of it, but we lost it. Because we were moving slaves around, so go ahead and colonize that. Plasma revolt's still ongoing. While we have you two under our client states, which is good. I would love to get you in as a travel vassal. Maybe perhaps we could ally with each other. And then, this again. You know, he's practically Axumite. Add to the popularity. Despite the distance between us. The city of Abyssinia is the center of Sabian power and Punt, and yet it is primarily an Alathian city. By encouraging Sabian settlement, Here we can build a stable powerhouse for our continued rule in the region. For the next year, a settlement policy, adding migration traction, conversion speed, and assimilation. Sending a freeman and a citizen to appear there. So, either make it a commercial hub for the next 5 years, or regimental city for the next 5 years. 2 libraries, or a conscription camp to go along with that. Give me a conscription camp. The city of Everson has grown to an increasingly thriving center of authority. A great number of loyal soldiers already live and work here, and the city itself would make an ideal center for our military might in our region. Go ahead. Conscription camp here. All I need is to work on that. Oh, fortress. Build it. Sabian settlement policy and have attracted attention, especially among classes soldiers in the army. Making use of the promised free land arrived in Abyssinia and to seeking to make new life for themselves and their families. Just the type of settlers we need. I'm willing to spend some of that manpower. We go up pretty quickly. They'll arrive in there by February and we'll finish the road building for good. Yeah, I think it's safe to get it up right now. And why not increase popularity? I'm always about popularity and willing to spend my money on that. Okay, you're done here. Past that law, Royal Army. For a great empire, it's necessary to maintain not just one, but several permanent forces, both to support a foreign policy and to police and defend the realm against intruders. Made sure the size is reduced because we had to reduce the number of levies, but this is why having multiple of them are for, both from Arabia Felix and Punt. So we may have weakened ourselves, but we'll make it up for it for professionalism and such, which will eventually form our first army when we have the right amount of money and the manpower. Again, the job's finished as soon as this is done in coming November. Increase the manpower recovery speed. will wait for this city to be finished. Promotion of Abyssinia as a Sabian has not only made it attractive to the Sabian, we're going to prepare for a new life in the growing city of Abyssinia. The city is open to all. Get me the money. As much as I would like to have more stability, but I think in due time you'll be alright. We'll be alright. Plus, money's gonna go to construction anyway of what we're doing here. Alright, Mundun is a new city. This city used to have produced livestock, but instead it'll produce dyes. How often do we see dyes around here? You find some out there, but it's not particularly common in Arabia nor in Punt. Yeah, not common in Arabia, and now we make them here in Punt. And how valuable is dyes compared to the other goods like incense? Oh yeah, just as valuable. So it does mean something. So in the meantime, build a fortress and build a foundry just so we can export these dyes. And anything else? Aramanta. Talking about the province as a whole. At least 2 markets in each port. We're talking about commercial districts. You know, put the foundry on hold. Give me 2 of this, and then that. And then that. Yeah, you got it from there. It needs an aqueduct. It has an aqueduct, but it needs coral and granary. Fortunately, we're full on that, so get this to work. Should look at the ones that we never bothered. I have a daughter. Maisat. I'm not sure how you pronounce that in the Arabic tongue. Anyways, let me look at this. Because ever since we kept leveling up, we unlock all these ideas. Trees is unforgivable regardless of its source, but the consort's disloyalty cannot be contemplated. A trusted palace source revealed ghastly details of what they claim is a plot engineered by Sadat, a consort of Malik, to murder Haran Izragi, the true heir of Yamnat. Apparently, Sadat means to further the succession of her own child. I mean, we run an agnatic-cognatic succession, so she's the one to inherit when the time comes. So I'll just say, oh, she would never. Anyways, I'm trying to look. Gotta change that. We gotta change that in the future. Reform Sabian heritages now we have. Keep that all in mind. Continue. What a fabricator may have been, the troubling rumors of a plot in the heart of the Yamnati court could not have developed into action, and the heir to the throne is safe. For now. Who would dare, after all? Never before has the streets of Abyssinia been as clean and its guarded so well kept. The stone palaces now make it immediately apparent that this is not just a city, but the very center of a major power, an urban expression of splendor and wealth. Abyssinia is now a city of stone. And it's also a regimental city. Now it needs port markets to be finished. And then Armata becomes another major shipyard. And construct that flagship. And we'll have 5 heavy ships. Something that we are not capable of creating because we don't have the right naval tradition, but these heavy ships will represent, the strength of our navy. Which in future I may also have to build a bunch of medium ships to complement that. One more time. Thank you. Needs court of law and a granary. Again, this was winter that produces that food, which is not to worry. Because when that time passes, modifier goes away, food goes back up. See? Though I could do more to increase that. I forget that you're a city. Your farming sim would help up with that. Helps with the food. Wait for it. Granary going up. dare you. Flog you for this. Though despite my efforts to increase my popularity, well, actually when the ambitions are filled, you increase by 75% chance of. But there are other means to increase popularity, such as holding games, which I'd be spending a fortune of my own wealth for this. Is going to be finished here. Meanwhile, for future reference. Maritime trade has been a livelihood in Bab-el-Mandeb for generations. With the right encouragement, we can make this grow into a wealthy urban area. So, we have owned at least 3 territories of port buildings in the provinces of Bab-el-Mandeb, including those owned by subjects. And so, all of them have cities and all of them are fortified. And Sabian citizens will appear in each and every one of those cities. And a few Macrobian citizens even appear over in that colony over there in Sakatra. So now by expanding the commercial districts in Almaty, we can greatly expand it towards a major center for overseas trade, which is something we're currently working on now. We keep hearing reports of barbarians that live beyond our Yamnati borders that are making life miserable for our people. Not only we created a large camp somewhere in the mountains, but they even wait until our armies are away on campaign before they launch their attacks. It seems they would rather murder innocent women and children instead of fight with honor like real warriors. We could dispatch some of our forces to take care of the problem for us if you so choose. I will lead our men into battle against them. This is a bad idea, but there's a popularity chance. So we march to the barbarian camp at dawn. Can get our manpower back up in no time. We've been marching for a better part of the week, only resting for a few hours here and there, and it's starting to catch up with our men. Khalid II has sent an unrelenting face, no doubt to the fact that he is regret leaving Mariaba to accompany these warriors. Affairs in the capital city always require a delicate hand, and Khalib's been receiving daily reports from back home. It is obvious he wants to return as soon as possible, but our warriors are tired, and it shows. Dusk is creeping over the craggy foothills of the region where the barbarian camp is rumored to be, and a light snow is beginning to fall. Well, it is February, so I don't know about snow down in the Arabian Peninsula. And Khalib's horse is breathing heavily, sending puffs of steam in the cold mountain air. We make camp here in the foothills and attack tomorrow, so we will set up tents and sleep for a few hours. The sound of screaming men jolts Khalib from his slumber, and instincts take over immediately. Within seconds, he is dressed in armor and standing outside, frantically scanning the horizon. The barbarians, gods damn them, they launched a surprise attack. They surrounded our camp and are pressing on all our sides. The air is already thick with missiles, and there's a sharp zipping sound as the arrows pierce the leather of Khalib's tent. Thankfully, our watchmen saw them coming down the mountainside and were able to sound the alarm, but just barely. The heavy thudding of hooves announces the charge of the enemy forces. Battle's at hand. For Yamnat, Ah! The battle at the barbarian camp has been bloodied, with both sides settling into the familiar rhythm of violence, and it is hard to determine who has the upper hand in the desperate fighting. In the center, Khalib has been leading the front line, hiking a gory path through the barbarian ranks. Suddenly, a Kernix bleats out a woeful sound, and a figure of horseback emerges from the barbarian throngs. It is their leader, the terrifying Deimos Chrysichus. Chrysichus, that's how you say his name. Pointing his spear at Khalib, he yells out in a foreign tongue, and those words are unintelligible. Their meaning is not. A level 9 marshal versus me at level 4. I don't think that's a good idea. Because, you know, that man could kill me, or worse, wound me, as I'm already an ailing person. And I would hate it if I get killed, and, you know, and then this old man is going to be the one to lead. Although he's in relative good health, but his reign would not last long. But do you want to risk a short reign and just say to give him full support, to say she's the heir apparent because she's the child of the Malik? I would lose all that legitimacy that I worked on getting. But the succession value will go over him. Risk it. This will make her the next ruler if I die, which I may die because I'm willing to, you know, take that risk. It doesn't help that she's female. And these are the ruling family. If I die, take good care of my daughter, okay? So I'll say, of course I'll do you. If I get wounded, okay, that's fine. If I get killed, tragedy. Because I fear that if I did not cross blades with that man, I'm not going to get as much popularity. I'm all about popularity. Defeating the barbarian camp here might gain me some popularity. Do it. The decision of Khalid to hold a grand ceremony to nominate a mere child as co-ruler and official success has been hard to stomach for some political grandees in our country. The coronation ceremony has gone on without a hitch, but there is dissent brewing among the rich and mighty in Yamnat. This is for the best. Duel. Deimos charges forward, pounding his sword against his shield and screaming incoherently with a speed that belies his size. The barbarian pounces on Khalid with the tip of his cruel blade, drawing his first blood. Stepping back, he curses, his mind racing. There's no time to think! Oof. I'll get wounded for this. Or just say that I'll get wounded while increasing my martial, and whenever I recover from the wound, then perhaps it's a slight improvement of the martial. I'll say he's a tougher foe than I first thought, but I won't give up. I've been wounded. All eyes are on Deimos and Khalib, who are locked in fierce combat. The sound of metal striking against metal fills the air, punctuated by the grunts and cries of the two companions. Seeing an opportunity, Khalib lunges forward, swinging his sword with all his might, and Deimos' head is severed immediately, flying into the air with a magnificent stream of blood and covering. At this horrific sight, the barbarian formations collapse, and our Yamnati soldiers begin to indiscriminately slaughtering anyone in the vicinity. Destroy the barbarian camp. So we get the military experience, while I'll become intimidating. thus increasing my charisma, tribute income, and loyalty of the governors. As Caleb has a very intimidating appearance. Even when he tries to appear friendly, he just can't help but look scary. And our result of this, however, is that the direct subjects are much likely to step out of line or to offend him. So I think that increase of martial right there, despite being wounded, who knows, maybe luck played a role. Could have died, but I got him. At last, the barbarian redoubts were set to the torch. Caleb and his advisor were standing around with hands on their heads, flabbergasted by what they had found. A massive sum of silver and gold talents were uncovered in 20 large chests, a fortune worthy of a king. Not only they freed the Yamnati people from the roving menace, they also had swelled the Yamnati treasury in one fell swoop. We should have put this in good use. Oh my goodness! Look at that much money we gained! Huh. That is a ransom of kings. Huh. We gain a bit of stability for the being more than a camp. But we're rich! The state is rich! Oh, we could definitely use that money for improving the whole damn country. For whatever it needs. And as well as the formation of the army and expanding our navy. Once this is all done, once this mission's complete. So the whole province front will all have local civilian slots up and up to 3 able minor characters will rise to serve their country, and a Sabian noble will appear in our decennial once this is done. Now I feel like we rule the roost here. Okay, you know what? Move the slaves around. But first, what can we build? Send some of your citizens. Get us the court along. They'll move in a few months. Don't move the slaves just yet. Just to finish. We are so damn rich after defeating the barbarian camp. This would definitely, you know what? Start improving some cities, especially areas that you neglected. By neglect, I mean never cared for, especially in the capital region. So let's see now. Everybody's happy here, but we could do better. Like have another granary. Foundry, of course. And 2 conscription camps. 0, which you never ever give a damn about. Since it is mainly a Sabian city. Give me 3 libraries. What else? 3 libraries. A forum, of course. Why not a foundry? Over in Karna, since it is one of the regional centers of trade, let me do some thinking. Everybody's good. Give me a tavern. And some mills. Yahoo! This produces horses. Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget about the countryside. That's what they mean by markets? Wait a minute, look again. Markets in each port. Is market commercial district? It's just renamed. Don't get too worked up about it. Yeah, wood. Build logging camps here. Why on earth do we not have a mine for base metals? Build a mine here. Yeah, you got them all. We haven't done much for this city. Except maybe give us 2 ports, knowing that we plan on expanding the Navy in the future. And you never did much for so far. Foundry. Forum. Tax office, why not? And conscription camps. And an aqueduct. You know, in future, in period after all this, Safar actually became the capital of the Himyarite kingdom. So one would think we're just increasing its prominence a bit. That's where all that money's going. Now all eyes are on this. Oh, look, they'll never accept a female there, but... So what would happen to the old man of Arabia? Well, no supporters, but everybody's for it. I mean, I'm okay with that. It's just I know that he's not going to live long, and then she'll grow up. And I got plenty of years in me. Now it's up to me to get that legitimacy back up again. Oh, bear in mind, I'm a wounded man. Actually, you should seek treatment to get rid of your wound before you even think about legitimacy. Alright. Now it's a regional entry plot here. Now, shipyards of Armata. Armata produces or imports wood, which we are importing. Oh, no. The wood is produced here. Okay. Produced here and have greater or equal to foundry buildings. So Aromata, the city, gains major shipyards permanently. So the port of Aromata would make for a perfect naval base for the center of ship production in Punt if we're willing to provide the necessary support, which we will. Now, in 185 days, and this is why we still kept all that money, that 185 days that it happens is we'll spend 300 gold, and upon completion we'll gain a navy here, and this navy will consist of 5 heavy ships. That we should make use of the expanded port and shipyards to construct a series of flagships, giant vessels that will be the pride of our navy and would allow us to project power overseas more efficiently. And at the same time, Abyssinia has all that is needed to be the center of Yamnati power that we desire. The only thing that is now still needed is an improvement in sanitation and central food storage. So it'll be a thriving governing capital. So the whole province gains another city building slot and local import routes. 3 minor carriages will rise of the country, and a noble will appear there. By strengthening our authority in Abyssinia and showing local society in Punt that our state is both powerful and willing to reward those that serve us, we've inspired a generation of new men, persons of ability that now seek out opportunities to serve their country, hoping to win themselves wealth and influence. The state will have use of their services. So here are these men here. Sarcastic but secure. Okay. This man here, he's incapable. He's a fleet commander. I don't know about making you admiral, but you got good finesse if you weren't incapable. And then finally we have this man. He's foolish and a pillager, but he's got charisma. You got it. Now build whatever you want at this point. Just wait for the Navy to be built on the 9th of May. As a matter of fact, come over here. You're going to join up with them. Again, you're very good at your... Uh-oh. He's about to die just when I was seeking treatment. Figures. Figure it out. Just when you were gonna lose it. Assyrian king. What the heck? They're now known as the Assyrian Kingdom instead of... Look at how much they're reduced to. And Parthia is the power to be feared. But they have no intentions of expanding towards Arabia, which is good. Because I would hate to fight them in a war. It's complete. Doctor, this is the heavy ships. Port raid. That is to, and this is what the heavy ships are needed for. They can break open fortifications of a port, creating a breach that a besieging force can make use of. So, this will join up with this navy. And port assault is that fortified ports are no match for the... If you have a mega polarine, this would be useful, but these heavy ships are not only going to be used for combat against the medium ships, and especially those weaker light ships, when part of it, but these port raids can create a breach in a siege when our army is trying to take a coastal city. There, or, well, in this case it would be Samad. So they'll be useful here. 1 second. Get to your port. We'll build a navy to expand upon all this. So, I suggest you station yourselves at Aden, because that's where we have a shipyard there. That's something we ought to build. Shipyards! Look around. Shipyards. That's what's needed. Faster ship recruit speed. So we have to be naval equipped as well. Okay. Holdings income. So we're done here. We stabilized and grow Punt. Now, Pearl Arabia Felix. I own all of Arabia Felix, so we could do more with this, so. Arabia Felix is our home as well as the center of our country. We must grow the economy of our home region and renovate the capital itself to make it a shining center of civilization that deserves to be. What else I could do? I mean, I've done a lot of great things. It feels like we're going to bypass all these missions with ease. So let's do that. I mean, as much as I want this, but I really want to be an economic powerhouse before I go back to territorial expansion. Okay. That's in Dafar. Dafar must be a city. Easy. Wow. Farming settlements needed. Mines of Saba. Has mines in all possible settlements. There's a mine here. There's no mine here. Okay. Build. No, not that. Build the mine. And subsequently, Haraz has a mine. So it's the march. Just this one is missing. Okay. Yeah. Meanwhile, Grand Theater. We don't have a Grand Theater. Where do you find that innovation? I think that's in Oratory. Find that. Where can you build Grand Theaters? Find the one that gives you the ability to build theaters. Sticks on the oratory advances, believe it or not. Where can you build? What's the innovation that gives you grand theaters? I know we did for foundries, I know we did for temples. This unlocks Great Temple. Grand Theater. Grand Theater. Need to put down in a planning mode. I know it can't be under martial advances, with good reason. It's domestic wall. League City. Keeping my eye open. It's not in civic events. Just go to oratory. I mean, it kind of sounds like that's where it would be. I don't think it's this way. So turn that way. Where are you? Mercenary states, what the hell's... Releasing subjects from homeland outside of peace deals. Reduce aggressive expansion. Tributary state of client state. Huh, it's interesting. Some of the changes that they made. Is it real? It can't be under March. That doesn't sound right. Did I miss something in the religious? Look at it again. Unless there's something somewhere. Where is it? No, it doesn't have it. I'm a little stumped right now. Okay, give me it for example. Like Grand Theater. It's like you can't have it until... Wait a minute. It's like, yeah, it does give you the description, but I'm talking about how to unlock them as an innovation. Gradual economic integration. Gradual, that's under oratory. Gradual economic. Aha! There it is. So you need 4 innovations for this. We're actually not that far from it. Son of a beeswax. You had it there for a long time. No longer wounded now. Let's get back down to legitimacy. But I don't have the money for it, so... Well, time to siphon funds. It gives me corruption, but nevertheless. Well, in the meantime, we can still do other things. Like 2 farming settlements. There's one here, but... Wait a minute. 1 second. Yeah, we could get rid of this port. Because we already have a port here. Build one here. And there. We got that down. And the court physician was able to treat me before he died. It's your turn now. So, we're going to get 2 innovations out of it coming up pretty soon. Hope we get lucky if we get an event of a breakthrough. That we could get there faster. Granary buildings. Okay. Shit. Move a few pops. 1, 2. Granary. The alternative is just spend it on food, but no, I like the idea of having a granary, food depot here. Although embellished Maribel will finish the mission, but this is the optional path. More libraries. And one of these things you could do. Mind blowing. I mean, I really do want. I mean, I did improve Punt, and I really wanted to improve Arabia Felix before doing the main new mission that relates to Arabia itself. Three libraries? Are you nuts? Well, let's get to work. Equal integration, so that reduces the aggressive expansion a little faster. Needs one of. This gets rid of all the aggressive expansion. What little do we have? Maybe we should go slave raiding again. Head to your port. Got an idea. We're gonna exploit this. Yeah, they've got one more pop coming in. Dysentery. Is the head of the Barkett family? No, he was my character. He was a friend of. Inflammation ain't gonna kill you. And plus, you're one of the good ones. You're the one with the better statesmanship than he is. About the same age. Plus you're more loyal. So it'll do. So yeah, we got zero aggressive expansion, so might as well go slave raid. Bring us a couple more slaves back here. And then use that to get rid of the aggressive expansion. Same way. Let's go. Don't use it yet. What I'm doing is genius. The prime farmland granted the veterans of battle is civil recognition or service of young not. Sometimes, however, the lure of battles and glory can prove too much for those unaccustomed to a life of manual labor. The recent bad winters causing those working the fields up, hoping to find better work in our armies, leaving vast tract of arable land unclaimed. We have appropriated it. to better serve a Faraji state. To every clown. Barbarians at the gate. Been paid by Genentia. Saba is rich in metals and minerals in a way that a few other provinces of Arabia Felix are. By expanding and developing the business in this province, the entire country could benefit. So permanently, Damat, Heraz, and Raida will have thriving mining centers. Now all we need to do is expand the miner workforce there. So we do have the money. Doesn't produce nor imports wood there. One of these must be true. It does not have grain nor livestock. And Safar has to be the capital. You got it. Okay. First things first. Safar is the capital. This area here does not produce grain nor livestock, so import wood, grain, and livestock. Perfect. Shit. Where can we get wood from? Who would be willing to trade for wood? I know it's all strategic to you. There's only one way. Move the slaves. Okay, two things first. Watch this. You'll be there in later this year. Okay. You know we're gonna move a few slaves around soon because we're about to go slave raiding. It's too late for me to give a damn about barbarians. Hajamut, this is one of the more fertile provinces of Arabia Felix, and with the right support, its farms could feed the entire region. So, get it up. Either spend a lot of food here or build granaries, and you would also subsequently more money, and this would be our food depot here, which honestly the latter would be ideal. All nearby ports have been raided. Damn. Okay. Honestly, head back, because those heavy ships are slowing us down. Because of the movement speed, this is these two, that's becoming an issue. Okay. Anyways. Here we go. Have you been fortunate enough to see the bird that they make at Saraka? There's a good chance you have not. Because of its rarity, we could see that this problem is remedied. However, I can assure you that it is worth it. So now it's permanent that it'll have a bird at Saraka. Thus, increasing the population capacity, local research points goes up, and the local noble output people like that. Now I can stop encouraging migration. And let me see. Anything that could help. Don't think so. Just encourage trade. And in the meantime, how about a slave trader? Kana has to be the capital of province of Hadramut, which it is. But needs to have another granary. And that requires some investments. 1 second. None of these innovations that we're getting is going to give us free province investments. But in the meantime, now that we have the slaves, start moving them to where, you know, we can get some wood. Because we need to import one. Okay, move a few. Bring a few over. Needs 10. Okay. Yeah, we can import one locally. Then it also needs... Well, we can complete that. You don't have to import the grain nor livestock. And we'll spend 600 gold and 3 slaves will appear in Damar, Haraz, Sana, and Raida. The growing wealth of Saba is not matched by its infrastructure. Voices are now being raised for further development of the province so that more slaves can be brought in to man the mines. And we'll spend even more money because it has come to our attention that there may be more deposits of metal and minerals in Saba than those we have already found and developed. If we are willing to fund a large-scale surveying area, we may well uncover new finds that we could probably develop. This will take a year to complete. Spend 300 gold. If prospectors find metals or minerals in Saba, we'll be able to change the trade goods produced there. Hopefully more precious metals, because it will be like, there's gold out the damn hills. Get the influence up. Hopefully we can get some more political influence in time. False lead on Amran. While there were some indications that Amran could be the site of interest for prospecting, it turned out there was little there of value. Unfortunate. Encourage migration to there. And oh yeah, this is the only province of ours that encourages the centralized population here. So all we need is build mills and move a bunch of slaves over. Every 10 pop up. And expand trade down. And then embellish it. But this also needs to be complete as well. Which a city needs to be built then. which we can do that. All the heck way over there. So in 2 years, there'll be a city. And then subsequently, after the city is finished, it needs to have a Grand Theater. And a free province investor. Oh, come on. This isn't fair to me. A scientific breakthrough. One of our researchers, Miles de Money, who is a marshal. Oh, perfect. He's just about to make a notable scientific breakthrough in the research he's currently working on. All he needs is some more supplies and funds for the next couple of years. To be able to get his hands, so he's personally asked Malik if he could be given access to them. The rest of our research would certainly suffer if we were to make this move. Perhaps is it worth it after all? Yeah, corrupt researcher. He'll get everything he needs, so we just jumped up, gaining 2 innovations now, bringing us 1 step closer there. And with this slowdown now, it's going to take 3 years. So 2 years city up, 1 year later, theater. You got it. Terrible news from Sal. It seems that one of the stable hands forgot to close the gate before falling asleep. When Winnie and Ian woke up, every single horse on the farm had escaped. There's no doubt that the animals have made it to the Badlands by this point. A total loss. "10 years instead of... what the... Gotta at least catch a few. Huh. Split the Navy. You stay there. Go slavery. Start from this coast. Work your way down. Mighty Chola! Look at you! Chola Morian War, their first war against them. Gave it up like that and they may form Dravida. Because with that, now you become a bit more of a desirable target for slave raids in future. Iron found in Isaiah Vallis. Our prospectors jubilantly reported struck iron in Vallis. We would need to spend a fair bit of money to get a mine up and running, but the deposits seem to be enough to support one. Should we do this, however, mark change to the local economy, which is currently based around export leather, which honestly that isn't valuable, so true riches lie under the earth. Now there's going to be iron in future. Barbarian bastards. Okay, that's it. I know our levies is reduced, but they're still useful. Get down there and put them down. Fair enough. We did accomplish that mission. Still the Pretender, not a primary area yet. Alright, let's raid. All along the coast. Because that was 4. And here's 6. Keep going. And there's 2. There's another. We'll do it one more time to turn back. We got them all. Barbarian problem over. Okay, one more port, then go home. As much as I would like to reach it all the way over there, because isn't there a capital around there somewhere? Yeah, that's the Chola capital. Because these places we've been raiding are sparsely populated. He was the rival to our admiral, who's currently on the slave raid. Got it. This new you can raid up 4J supports. What fortress? Hang on. Population above 5. Ah, it's too sparsely populated. You know what, risk it. Go to the capital province. Because we should have enough strength to keep on raiding and then turn back. It's too sparsely populated, but this will do. Okay, you can cross over. As much as I wanted to raid these, but at least we're able to get those 2, which had plenty of pops there, but there's one more area that's got a big pop at least, so okay, head to this area of Gokana. And then I will drop that aggressive expansion and try to get back home. You ventured off too far. You crazy person. Alright, last one. Okay. Now drop that aggressive expansion and it will cause less of an impact. And increase the diplomatic relations. And then that. And then we'll get our Grand Theaters in 2 years' time. This will be a year after the city's constructed. Now try to get back home. You ventured off too far. So how are you going to get back there? Look at the naval range. It's like you're basically in uncharted waters. And how many do we have in our capital? Overpopulated. And even during the summer months, we're well fed. Look at all of them. Get me another academy. And, ooh, what else? You got so damn many of them. Doesn't hurt to get another library. Feels like you can build as much as you like. But I think another conscription camp will do, to be honest. So that was some good raiding. Doing all right? Because I'm checking over these ships. 55% out of all the ships. The lowest we've seen is only 55. City's so damn overpopulated. So overpopulated that I've hoped that summer would migrate out. But I may have to change that policy sooner or later. Little known city of the Bab-el-Mandeb has been gathering quite a reputation as a hub of free trade. People from all origins are beginning to flock here in order to sell their wares in our land. While this is clearly a benefit to us, we should consider how best to maximize our advantage. Ooh. One second. What does that national decision say about it? Toggle alert for decision. So, it's not necessarily, you know, what's needed. It's, well, actually, encourage the merchants from abroad. So what does it need again? Yeah, it just needs population up, not anything else. It's 10 out of 20. Alright, that's good, so we can do more to bring people over here. Obviously migration speed, build another port. Give it to him. You know, he's going to be the one to screw things up. Alright, boys. Welcome back. Well done. The slave raiding. You brought so many that you overpopulated the city. And all we need now is, I mean, nobody's going to go on outgoing migration unless I say so. But that may change that policy. In fact, do that right now. Decentralized population. So every territory in the province gets migration speed up. The province capital, and every territory that is not the province capital gets that. Tell them to get out! Go live somewhere else! Anywhere. Trying to make things easier for you people to live in the other cities. Oh, it's up to me now. Since I had prior combat experience. Release the supply train. We're going in. Since this is an all-cavalry army now. Sid is now a city. The settlement is experiencing severe growth pains. If given the right support, it could likely become a thriving city in this area. So 2 citizens now appear there. All it needs is a grand theater to be built, and then voila! And then use that provincial investment to build another granary. Unless population can increase. 1 second. There you go. The easiest thing in the world. As long as I'm ruler, there will be increased tariffs, increasing more import value. Oh, happy day. Some of our citizens left. Oh. Okay, exiting this to settle down our vassal Jadis settlement in Layla Yamama. As they get more used to our ways, learn from our citizens, we can hope that Jadis will be able to advance and become more civilized as well. After all, it's just part of the agreement we made with the settled tribe. So a citizen has moved there. Meanwhile, I'm about to engage him in combat. Barbarian with 0 leadership skill. We'll finish him off. There will be a day that I will form the army. It's just it's not that day yet. Just need money and the right amount of manpower to do so. So we just took care of that little barbarian problem. Next spring, we'll get it. Also, further reduction of aggressive expansions of what it'll always will also benefit us. And the easiest thing in the world is just move all the slaves to the city, then you got it. You got your decision. I have another dollar. Kilobat. Man, when this old man finally goes, our kingdom's gonna be ruled by women. Like the Queen of Sheba long ago. Plotting quietly. Okay, fair enough. With the growth of the agriculture markets in Tajikistan, it's quickly earning itself the nickname, the Granary of Arabia Felix. This is an ideal spot to state food depot, for a state food depot, a place where armies can restock before going on long campaigns. So this adds to provincial food capacity then. You got it. Needs to expand trade there. Needs 3 library buildings. Here we go. We've got a grand theater now. It's the first building that's going. Building this long. This increases the territorial provincial loyalty, integrated culture, happiness, civilization level, and population simulation speed. That's what that does. Stability up. Move this back to Adan as the capital. So that way the population capacity goes up. People would want to migrate that way. So I can start building libraries. You guys again. Bring us Punt. You got a road, head to there. You're no doubt gonna go over there. In the meantime, centralize the pump. Want them to move over here while we're trying to get them out of the city. Scandal is unfortunately part of the average day in the Yamnati Court. Ordinarily, we simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Aslam Azari was found delectable with his lover, ruled by his spouse Kilabat. Kilabat, the spouse, overcome with despair, appealed to the court to have stripped his office as punishment of the brazenly public vice. Just have his ass flogged. I don't know why I like saying that. So I'm trying to encourage people to get out of the city and live somewhere else. It's overpopulated. What? How did it feel so easy? I didn't. Oh, son of a beeswax, you lowered the port maintenance, you idiot. Why'd you do that? Well, looks like you finally managed to get yourself together. And you're allied with Carthage. That is trouble. And all needs population go up, and will have its benefits. And we're golden. It is the time of chaos and dread. There are disturbing reports from beyond the borders that spark unrest among the barbarian tribes, with rumors circulate these cruel savages are launching massive impunity invasions. The age of migration has begun. Yeah, there was a Hellenistic age, but when you reach the 204 BCE, it is now the age of migration. It is the time of chaos. Yeah, we read that part before. We didn't get the Golden Age part. Have a level 4 at least 3 level 3 fortresses. Yeah, I never showed you before because I thought it would be irrelevant to us, but I guess it is now. Sin is an important city, but its loyalty is at times a question. We should spread our own culture and language among the citizens there, and make them feel probably part of our country. Got your free and permanent investment, and we'll spend that here. fact, since I have all this splendor, we should have a look at it. This is all permanent effects. Age ability. I'll keep that well in mind in the far future. Very good at your job. Got him. That was some good military experience. That disappeared briefly. She's the primary heir now, because this old man here is not as prominent as he used to. Not to mention every one of the supporters decides to back her. Even though she's narrow-minded, that gives her good finesse, but unfortunately the technology speed is reduced. So she has spent so long remembering the good old days that any mention of progress causes instant suspicion. So, when she grows up, she's going to be like that. So I see. Again, we've done the mining part. Well, speaking of that, you mentioned that you found, here, yes, iron. I don't think we ever had iron much around here, do we? Nope. There is no iron in the Arabian Peninsula anywhere. It's commonly found in many other places, but not here. That means we get to have heavy infantry if need be, whenever we form our first legion. Instead of importing iron here, we can make one of our own here. I like it. First library's going up. A cousin belonging to the lesser branches of the family has become embroiled in scandal in the court. Four eyewitnesses, the youth managed to publicly shame himself in an incident involving a slave and a stolen loaf of bread. Let the family handle it. We'll intervene on this matter. You idiot! That's market. That's mine. Damn it, man. We'll build a market in a friggin' iron province. Iron territory. Oh boy. Ah, hell. This one, I'll get spending my money on it. I'm gonna have to make another investment. We need another library because it says it needs 3 after we invest in 3 new trade routes. By invest, they mean this. That is an issue in itself. So invest in this as we invest in that, and that means move a couple of pops here, and then we got it. So much damn work to do, huh? So invest in 3 new trade routes, and it'll become a commercial center here. And then we'll have it embellished. And concurrently, we're going down this way. Which we'll finish all that in the next episode, as we will stop right here. So, So, ladies and gentlemen, in that next episode, a lot of things will happen. We'll first embellish our capital once we invest in more trade routes. Which, of course, that means a lot of political influence is going to be spent in time, which is going to take some more time. Then things are going to be, a lot of money is going to be spent on it. And then after embellishing that capital, once we finish all that, and then officially we'll form our first legions of Arabia Felix and Punt. And then Arabian Dreams. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.